Oh, hey guys. Welcome to LS Vintage Design. I'm Lisa. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to talk to you about online auctions. The reason I wanted to talk to you about online auctions is because I've had a couple of questions come up through my vintage design business, and I thought I could address this in a video in case there's more of you out there that have these questions. Or maybe you have a question that wasn't answered. Message me through the website, through my Etsy shop, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Before I do, some exciting things. The website will be done by Monday. It's in the process. It takes a little while to get it all done, but it will be done by Monday. I have things going up for sale on the website. The Etsy shop is being restocked right and left, so if you haven't been in a while, go check it out. Also, Vintage Events is getting ready to launch. You don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, if you have somebody with a birthday, anniversary, wedding shower, baby shower, whatever it is, reach out, talk to us. We'll customize, and you will have an event that is so special, not only to the person it's for, but for you, the hostess, host, whoever. Everybody's going to be in love, and I guarantee you, once you have one, you'll be attending many through your friends and family. So that is launching next week. You don't want to miss out. I'm so excited. But today, it's all about the online auction. So let's just get into it. First, we're going to start out, what is an online auction? What in the heck am I talking about? Online auctions are held by, it can be a company that just does auctions, or it can be an estate sale company that has taken all the merchandise out of the house that did not sell, and they paid for it, and now they need to resell it to get their money back. So it's either on an estate sale website or an auction house website. Now sometimes, and I'm going to show you that today, auction houses will do estate sale companies auctions for them, and I actually have one today doing that, so I will definitely show you that. I actually have two. Where do you find these? Okay, you search auction, online auction, and it should pull up. You can also go to estatesales.com, and over in the sidebar there is a check mark where if you want to see online auctions, online estate sales, you click those two, and then it'll give you a link to the website. That's how I found them. And once you start going to them, you have to register. When you get to the site, and I'm going to bring you closer so you can see this in a minute, you'll scroll through the main page and it'll have all their different auctions listed. When you pick the one you want, then we're going to talk about how to go through and discern all the information and what some of it means, and why you're being charged certain fees and everything. So come on over and we'll get into that right now. Now, if you're a reseller and say you look for clothes, there's not that many clothes on these auctions. The best place for you are garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, okay? But everybody else that resells, these are a good place. Now, there are some pros and cons, which I will go over towards the end of the video. But once you log into an auction site, I'm on Taylor Grace Auctions. They're one locally. I like this company pretty well. Okay, and we're going to do this Parker, Texas home. This is not them doing this is not them doing a sale for another estate sale company. They are also an estate sale company besides an auction house, so this is their own estate sale, one that they've contracted with. Okay. When you click on it, it gives you the catalog of what's listed. But first, at the top, it tells you the dates of the auction, tells you the time that it's going to start closing, and that's the time you want. When is it going to close? Because you want to make sure if you're bidding, you get your bids in before it closes. And you want to stay with it. I like to bid that night, and I like to stay and watch in case I get outbid. Okay, then you have your description. This one is a short notice sale. It just went up. Pickup is at their office. No, pickup is at the estate sale. So they'll give you the address when your item. It says pristine home, no smells of any kind, gorgeous. They just kind of tell you a little bit about the estate sale home. Then they have like all this other information. They have shipping. If you want to ship, please contact Tim's Mail Place in Addison. They work with this place. A lot of places will work with mail places because they don't ship. You can get approved late pickup if you need to for whatever reason, but don't push it. Payment, you are charged on a good credit card. When you go, you check in, and then they'll call you when they're ready for you to come up and get your stuff, and then you have to sign a paper saying you picked it up. Also, bidding notice, it says thank you for your interest in Tyler Grace. Okay, when you go to pick up your stuff, you need to make sure you have everything you need to transport it safely, because once you sign for it, you're responsible. When you bid, that's what you get. I mean, they try to describe it as well as they can. They try to show flaws, but they miss stuff, and sometimes they misdescribe stuff, and this is all auction houses, no one in particular. So make sure you do your due diligence. Some auction houses will say something is old and it's repop, or it's not even old, it's just dirty. So just make sure that you are definitely researching the items beforehand, because once you bid and win, you are responsible for it. Some charge a fee on a one item, like a 16 to 18% fee. It's kind of high, so just be aware of that as well. Now, once you go to the auction, once you go through all of the information at the top, because I do suggest read carefully, because this information, like I just went over, has pickup, has the guidelines, has the terms, has if there's an extra fee going to be charged so you're not surprised, tells you what their policy is if you don't pick up, if you're late picking up, what do they do late pickups, all of that. So always read the description at the beginning before you get into the fun stuff of looking at all the pictures. Like I said, they do their best to describe things, show boo-boos and all of that. But, they're people. They miss stuff. It happens. It's not a big deal if you're doing your due diligence. So do your due diligence. Okay? Now let me go to the one where they are doing an auction for an estate sale company. Now this is an auction house, and they are doing an auction for this estate sale company. Okay? And they state that if you go up here to their terms, it says bidding notice, bidding final catalog, need help attempt to describe all these items to try to give you a visual of the item you're bidding on. We describe them to the best of our ability and many times rely on information from the consignor, the person that gives it to them. If you're not sure about the condition or anything, don't bid. If you need to talk to them, reach out to them. They have a phone number. You can reach out to them. Auction details, always click on that. Read. It comes up. It says online auction, the dates, when it ends, what time it'll start closing out lots, because it closes lots in kind of blocks. Checkout date and time, Saturday, May 13th, 9 to 4. There will be a flea market in the back room during pickup, which means not only when you go pick up your stuff, will you be picking up auction, there's going to be a flea market too. Gives a location where you pick up. Here we go. Buyer premium. 20% buyer premium with 4% discount for cash. That means you're going to pay 20% on your winning bid. So whatever you say, you win something for $10, 20% of $10 is $2. So you'll be paying $12, especially if you pay with a credit card. If you pay with cash, then from that $12, they'll subtract 4%. So 50 cents. Anyway, my math is terrible, but you get the idea. This is what I was talking about. There's a buyer percentage added on to what you pay. So read through the directions before you bid, because once you bid, if you win, you're responsible, even if you didn't read all this, because when you bid, you're saying you accept all this, okay? And then terms and conditions, it's method of payment, sales tax, pickup time. Again, all sales are final. All property is sold as is, where is. It's buyer's responsibility to determine condition and usefulness before you purchase. It gives a number. It says buyer's premium. We charge a 20% buyer's premium plus tax, and you can say 4%. So see, they're spelling it out again. So read all of their information before you bid. It will save everybody a lot of heartache. Once you do that and you feel comfortable, go through and look at the items. If you see something you like, then look at it. How do you know if this is a true vintage mobile oil can or is it a repop? Well, one, sometimes the way it looks will tell you. It looks old, but don't let rust fool you. What I would do is take their description and go search the internet yourself. And the reason being is I've seen signs that look old and they're repops. So just be aware. Some of this old stuff, I've seen thermometers. Some of this old oil and gas stuff that they're saying is vintage is not. And they're not trying to mislead you. They don't know. And that's why it's up to the buyer to do more research than they do. Trust me. And then sometimes these are all individual items, which are really cool. A lot of vintage on here. When you're buying glass, you want to make sure about condition. And I will tell you, these Pyrex bowls look really good, right? Blow up the picture. You can see there's paint wearing. And when you're trying to sell them again, if you're a reseller, paint wearing detracts from it and people won't buy it. So make sure on any type of glass item, and look how big it'll get. And look, then you can see the wear and tear more. And don't think something's vintage, again, just because it's listed as vintage. If that's your thing, be sure and research everything. If you see something and it says authentic, just research it, because you're going to be out of the money and the mistake is yours. So, some Fiesta plates. I like the blue. I like this blue right here. Some jewelry. There's like a nice mix because this is an actual estate sale. If you're seeing here, they're selling in groupings. Sometimes if it's like, I'm trying to get to the back end here, because sometimes at the back end is where they kind of group all the junk together. This one didn't have any. Let me go see. And up at the top, it says current auctions. You click on that. Then you go back to a whole list of auctions here. Okay, here is one. Again, this is their auction. This is stuff they have in their warehouse. I've been to their warehouse. It's like they buy lots and then auction them off. This one is huge, so let me go back towards the back. And another thing to be kind of leery of as authentic is vintage Coca-Cola stuff. Because honestly, a lot of times it's not vintage. Okay, here you see they have all the color set of Pyrex bowls together, where the other place had them separated out, selling bowl by bowl, because the other place is definitely trying to get more money. But here, you can see the wear and tear on these bowls, so know your value, know your product before you just jump in and start bidding, because a lot of times online, you get wrapped up in the bidding and you want to win, then you end up paying way too much and can't get your money back. And that goes for eBay, any type of online auction. Okay. Now this is just another one, and I wanted to show you, this company always groups stuff together more. Look, they've grouped photo frames there together. And the problem with grouping is sometimes you want one thing in the group and you get the whole thing. It's okay. A lot of times you can donate it back to somebody if you wanted to. And the problem with glasses, they don't show you each individual glass. So you're taking a chance. Do they all look pristine? These are photos. Light plays a part. And sometimes something's pristine, but light will make it look really bad. You just take a chance. So when I'm bidding on an auction, I have a rule not to pay over $10. Unless it's something that is totally, I've checked out, I've called them, I've talked to the auctioneer people, I know exactly what I'm bidding on, I know exactly what it's worth, they've sent me extra pictures, then I will bid more. But if I haven't done all this background work on the item and talked to them and researched and gotten more pictures, I will not bid over $10. Okay, guys, so let's go over some of the pros and cons I wrote down. And the pros, one of them is you get to do this from the comfort of your home. And if you have it shipped, if they offer shipping, you can have it shipped to you. You never have to go there. But the con is you get to bid at home, but you still have to go pick it up. So that one kind of balances out. The pros can be the price. You can get some really good stuff for really good deals. The cons can be the price. If you win, then they add on this percentage at the back end. Plus, you're paying sales tax. So that's something to think about. Plus, some of these, used to all of them would start at $1, but now, I don't know why, maybe their electricity's gone up, maybe their rent's gone up. They put the starting bid at $5. Well, maybe I don't want to bid $5, but I would have bid $1. So I think they end up with a lot of stuff that if they'd started at $1, they probably would have got over $5 for it. Or it doesn't sell. Isn't $1 better than no dollars? I don't know. So price can be a pro and a con. The process of an auction, staying at home, having to go pick it up when you're doing these local auctions, obviously is a pro and a con. Some more cons is you can't really see the products. You can't pick them up. You can't check for maker's marks or stamps or cracks or crazing or any of that stuff. Yes, you can call them, you can talk to them, and you're getting more photographs, but they're only as good as the person you're talking to, honestly. So this was all about online auctions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, I know a lot of you are watching out there. Please hit that subscribe button with that little bell. And don't forget to go follow my website, which is all the information's down below, because we're launching vintage events next week. Yay! I'll see you later. Bye-bye.